Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. I'm tired, y'all. Tomorrow we should be back on regular location. It's been a great trip. Away from everybody, away from nothing but Spanish speaking people. I got to be around my family, my other family, and they want me to come back. They want me to stay out here. So now I didn't do nothing on this when Undisputed talked about it because I knew they were going to over exaggerate what Kyle Lowry was saying. So I went back to listen to Kyle Lowry talk about the difference between playing with Kawhi and playing with DeRozan. And he basically spoke the truth about both players' mindset. That's why one player brought a championship to the North and the other guy is still fishing for his mental health and trying to be happy and all this type of crap. And I'm not dissing mental health. I just feel like this is what I feel like. You know, I agree with my other brother Germ a lot of times. Like some of these players just need to man up and play. Just man up and play the game and stuff. They want to be coddled and everything, you know. And this is the problem we have with all these players of today. That's why I don't feel like any of these guys today could play back in the day. They're too whiny. You know, as great as, all these players like KD, Kyrie, they're whiny. LeBron, he's the biggest whiner of them all. Oh my God, he's a straight female. He act just like a female all the time. But the thing that Kyle Lowry was saying was the truth. And I wanted to compare what Kyle Lowry said to Larry Bird. Larry Bird said that Bill Simmons sat down and asked Larry Bird, who would you take, Kobe or LeBron? Larry Bird, no hesitation, I'll take Kobe. And Bill Simmons was shocked. He was shocked. And Larry Bird explained it. Kobe wants to win. He don't care about how you feeling. He don't care if you're hurt because he's hurting 100 times more than you. He wants to win. He's a guy who plays for the moments. And each moment ends up the overall picture to win the game. Kawhi Leonard, who Kyle Lowry talked about playing with, selfish guy when it comes to winning, playing the game. People take selfish as a bad thing. And to me, it's not bad. You want to be selfish to reach your goal. Kawhi Leonard, instead of passing the ball over here to such and such, Kawhi like, man, F that, I'm finna make this shot. And he makes the shot. You have to be selfish to reach your ultimate goal, which is a championship. Tom Brady is selfish. That's why he got 7 championships. Michael Jordan was selfish. That's why he went 6-0. Kobe Bryant is selfish. That's why he went 5-2. LeBron James, to a fault, is very selfless. To a very big fault. Certain situations, you have to be selfish. But the overall aspect is Jordan, Kobe, they trusted their teammates, but when it was time to close the game, it was time for them to be selfish. They were selfless to get to the ultimate goal, but to take the championship, they had to be selfish. They had to take shots that normally you don't want your guy to take. They had to make those plays that normal guys wouldn't make. Larry Bird, the same way. Bird is very selfless, but he had to become selfish at certain points of the game to win. LeBron James' thing is he'll be selfish and then he'll turn out to be selfless at the end when it matters the most. He wants to throw the ball here to somebody to take the shot and everything. He's putting his guy in a position where he's not accustomed to making that shot. Because if you practice with your players, which we've heard rumors and reports that he doesn't practice with his team like that, then you would have built a rapport where your guys in clutch situations would win. Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan treated practice like the game. That's why when they went to the game, they were successful. Their team was successful because every day it was a battle. And see, you have to be ready in order to be the best. You have to be at a mindset where it's like, listen, I don't fuck with you guys. I am fucking with you periodically or certain times. But when it's time for me to say, let me do this, get the hell out my way. And that's why Kawhi Leonard won the championship. DeMar DeRozan and Lowry were too friendly. When you're too much of a friend with somebody, a lot of stuff in order to win isn't going to work. Me and my brother, like, we brothers. So at the end of the day, we're beyond friends. We're brothers. We will have arguments. We will disagree. You know, my big brother Pico, he's the bully. He's the bully. Kraken is the whiz. He's the brains. Me, I'm the go-getter. I'm the guy with the brawn to go get it and stuff and to keep on pushing. Knowledgeable. So we all make a great team, but we hold each other accountable to get something done. We're able to talk to each other in a way where it's like, look, you better do this or else. These players today, like Lowry and DeRozan, they couldn't hold each other accountable because they were too buddy-buddy. They were too silly with each other. Kawhi came there and just sucked the silliness out of the team and said, look, I'm here to win it. Look, I'm finna win. I'm going for a championship with you or without you. Follow me, and we will win. And they did. Albeit you had the injuries. I feel if the injuries wouldn't have happened, I still believe they would have won the Warriors, but it is what it is. But Lowry explaining the situation and everything on the show, I mean, it just shows you that it was time for DeRozan to leave. DeRozan came up small in the fourth quarters. Then he said, if I would have had LeBron James on my team, we would have won too or something. And Kyle Lowry looked at him like, why the hell would you say that? Then Kyle Lowry tried to leave. Nobody wanted Kyle Lowry, so he was stuck in Toronto. So I wanted Kyle Lowry to talk about that, but he wasn't going to talk about that at all. So that's how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles. It's so many times where we hate on players. You guys call Kobe selfish. Well, the selfish nigga won 5, and then somebody loved to say Shaq carried him. When I watched all these games in 2000, I was in high school, and I watched the whole run. Kobe was a fantastic. He was running the point, and then somebody gonna argue me said he wasn't. It was Ron Harper. I said Ron Harper brought the ball up sometimes. It was basically a point guard by committee between him and Kobe, but Kobe ran the point. Kobe could move off the ball. He ran the offense. That's how Shaq was able to get off, because if that guy on the wing wasn't terrorizing guys. See, this is the thing how the Lakers were. Everyone knew Shaq was going to get his points. But if you allowed Kobe to go for 20 some points, you were going to lose. Kobe's points were more impactful than Shaquille O'Neal's, and people would be like, "Well, that's a lie." And everything. Yes, it's not. Somebody could score 8 points or 10 points in the game, the whole game. But it depends on when they scored those 10 points. There's some people who come alive in the third or fourth quarter. They make big baskets. The team wins. Then you got some cases where you have a guy score 5 points in the first half and then 5 points in the closing quarters. His shots that got to five could have won the game. Now, I'm not saying that Shaq's points didn't matter as far as, no, his points mattered because it filled up the stat sheet, it filled up the points to get the end results. It's the impact of your points, the impact of what you're doing. Kobe Bryant, when he dropped 81 to win that game, it was impactful. Every shot was impactful because they end up blowing them out by 20 because Kobe went off. They were losing, and that's what I was trying to say to this idiot on this other page. They were losing. You know they were losing most of the game, right? If Kobe didn't score that 81, they weren't going to make the playoffs, and they would have lost that game. So that would have been 2 years he didn't make the playoffs. The first year without Shaq, they didn't make the playoffs because he got hurt, Karan got hurt, Lamar was hurt. It was a plague of injuries that season, but nobody loves to mention that. Everybody likes to say, "Oh, he didn't make it." Yeah, because it was injuries that season. And then one dude trying to say, "Well, they had a losing record." When no, he didn't. They didn't have a losing record. Kobe and them were doing pretty good. They were like in the 7-6 seed at the time, but when he got hurt, as the season progressed because of the injuries, they started dropping out. And then Kobe got hurt and missed like 30 some games, I believe. And then he came back at the end of the season to play. And he still played, and they had a losing season. So I guess he's selfish. So the thing I'm trying to say is Kawhi rubs you the wrong way. Good. I rub people the wrong way, and I'm glad I do. That's the mindset of a winner. Winners and champions rub people the wrong way. Bill Russell rubbed people the wrong way. 11-time champion. He rubbed Wilt the wrong way. Wilt was the better player, the better talent, but Bill Russell was more mentally tougher. Bill Russell was mentally tougher than Wilt was because Wilt would worry about hurting somebody and he'll try to ease up on it and everything. Very mindful of somebody. That doesn't show characteristics of a guy who's going to destroy you. Bill Russell, Michael Jordan exhibited the same mindsets, which was win at all costs. Doesn't matter how you do it, just do it. Bill Russell said that Kobe is like a son to him. It's like a son to me. I love how your game is. You know why Bill Russell said that? Because Bill Russell saw his mental in Kobe. He saw that drive. He saw that what they call the sickness or the it factor. He saw it. Bill Russell had the it. So, you know. So, you know. So, so that's what I'm saying. It's like undisputed in these shows are opinionists. They're giving their opinion. They're not stating facts. they're taking certain things and they're trying to make it a fact, but it's still their opinion. And you guys keep on falling for this. Man, Kawhi's this and that, and then, he said the load management, even though it started with Pop and everything. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard wasn't playing back to backs. It wasn't when LeBron was doing it, you guys didn't call it load management. Y'all just say he's taking off. But then when Kawhi do it, it's load management. I remember LeBron James took off a whole bunch of games in a row, like 3, 4, maybe 5. Everybody said he took off. The San Antonio Spurs sat their players because they were old and they were resting. Kawhi Leonard has had a history of degenerative knees. That's why he sat out, because his knees are gimpy. It's the same thing I think Brandon Roy had, who played with Portland. So then people basically like, oh, he at the strip club doing this and that. He can't go to the strip club? Why he can't go to the strip club? Michael Jordan used to go gamble right before the game. Like, this is what I'm saying. You guys have a double standard about things. Me, if somebody does something and somebody else does the same thing this person does, I look at it as the same. I didn't have a problem with LeBron sitting out. I didn't have a problem with LeBron trading half his team. I don't have a problem with him stacking his teams. You guys have the problem. And then y'all don't want to give Kevin Durant respect. This is the dumbest thing my boy Germ has ever said. You don't want to give him respect because he won in Golden State. Then why are you giving LeBron respect? He won with a stacked team in Cleveland with Kyrie and Kevin Love and role players. You had 2 superstars from other teams. Miami, you won with 2 superstars. Kevin Durant went to a team that was homegrown. You had 1 superstar, which was Steph. Clay was a borderline star. Draymond was just a role player. But all of a sudden, it's a super team with Draymond. But y'all just said Draymond sucked the year before. See, it's the double standardness that I have a problem with. Kyle Lowry is what he said. I feel what he's saying. But Kyle Lowry, that's the reason why you didn't win a championship until Kawhi got there. You were too busy playing around with your buddy DeRozan. And when it got to the big games, he choked. That's why he's not there. That's why nobody cares about him. He has mental health issue. Listen, a lot of us got mental health, but guess what? We're not making $2 to $3 or $200 million or $20 million a year or $15 million a year. We're not getting that luxury, Mr. Kyle Lowry and DeRozan and all of you guys who have mental health issues. Listen. All this mental health issue shit going on in sports, you motherfuckers are just weak. Y'all are just mentally weak. Y'all are. And if y'all feel I'm being very distasteful, unsubscribe from my shit. Just unsubscribe. Because it's not distasteful. Or don't subscribe if you feel I'm being distasteful. And I apologize that I couldn't meet your standards of a content creator. But these people are mentally weak. When we were growing up, our parents were growing up, they couldn't use a sickness, dyslexia, and all that shit. They couldn't use none of that shit. They had to work 100 times harder. They had to push themselves 200 times harder to get to where they're at. These diseases and these things put out here is to keep your mind limited, to make you fear, to keep you in a status where it's like, man, I can't do this because I have sycamore raw or Salakia. I am sick. My mental health to play 82 games. Bitch, it's a job. I have a more strenuous job than these damn NBA players. I'm in the fucking hot sun all day delivering packages, packages falling on me. I could get attacked by dogs. I could get ran over by cars. So what the fuck is y'all mentally wrong? This mental health shit is too crazy to me. It is. Look, I say it how it is. If you don't like it, that's just how it is. And to my subscribers who have stayed with me through this video and through everything I'm doing, you guys are the MVP because y'all can deal with my crazy ass. And y'all can deal with what I'm talking about, but I give you guys respect because you guys make this page grow. Y'all make this page grow. But the ones who unsubscribe or don't want to subscribe to the page, that's them. They can't take the pressures of keeping this page going and keeping this page afloat. It's hard work because you guys spread the message. You the MVPs, the people who stay subscribed, the people who subscribe every day, you guys are the MVP. Those who unsubscribe, who want to unsubscribe because of the things I say, how I talk about white people, fuck them. They could fall off a bridge for all I care. Fuck them. Because I do this from my heart. I do this because I want you guys to hear the truth. I want you guys to hear from a perspective of somebody who's not going along with a narrative of bullshit. I'm going to tell it to you straight how I see it, how I researched it. That's just how it is. I'm not here to make everything. I'm not going to be the guy with the most anything because I'm not into all that bullshit, that funny shit trying to be entertaining. I gotta be entertaining. I gotta stand on my head and do all this crazy shit. That's not me. I just say how I feel and I move on. You're either gonna like it or hate it. I'm not an in-between person. So thank you all for listening. Thank y'all for your support. You can comment and please share this to everybody. Share this to everybody. And please hit that notification bell to select all so you can receive all this information that I'm bringing to you. And like I said, if you love what you hear, you can donate to my Cash App. The word is welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you all for listening, and we're out. Deezy.